we got a new announcement, right? We got a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Nebula. And I want to ask the question. I think this is really an important question to ask because, like I've mentioned a couple times now, in the tough economy and economic state that we're in, expendable budget is getting tighter and tighter. And you're looking at these type of things and you see a Nebula in a team suit and you start to wonder, I don't know that this was an expensive Hot Toys figure for them to produce because they already have the head sculpt. All they got to do is put a new outfit on her that's probably pretty similar. They got a metallic arm, though, and some cool accessories. But I guess the question would be, I don't feel like people really supported the first Nebula in the way that maybe they thought they would if a Nebula was ever announced. Because, when I was seeing this before Endgame Nebula was announced, everyone was like, I want a Nebula. I need a Nebula. I need one to complete a team. And then she got announced and released, and it was just like, but there's other stuff I'm focused on at the moment. And I think that's what happened. And that's what tends to happen because they get kind of lost in the shuffle. And now we have another Nebula where the first one I don't even think did that well in my eyes. So I have to ask the question. It begs the question: do we need another Nebula? So Kiko, what do you think? I mean, is this necessary for Hot Toys here?
I am changing my opinion on this one because of one super factor that I thought out when I was actually messing with mine just the other day. This has articulated ankles. It moves. You can stand the bitch up. Both her and Gamora suffer greatly from not having ankle pivot at all or ankle articulation. And I'm almost, when you put like the little backpack on, like it might even be a cooler look than her Ravager outfit. I don't know. Do you need another one? No. Is this going to be a better one? Maybe. But the price of almost $300 is insane. And I saw someone commenting about the fact that it just shows how much more a Marvel rights likeness is compared to DC. This is $5 less than the Flash figure, who gives you 2 full head sculpts, multiple accessories, and USB light up. $5 difference between those 2 figures. And look what you get with this. It's a girl that doesn't have eyes, doesn't have any light up features, nothing. The ankle pivot is the only thing that is cool. Even the little lights on the little backpack aren't even real. Those are photoshopped in. So there's no LEDs. There's nothing. I do think the paint apps on this head is a little bit better than the other one. It's not as shiny. And I think it is a little bit subtly different. A little bit better likeness. I don't think it's a full reproduction of the last one we got. So it's growing on me. But damn, that price is a little bit steep for what you get now.
Well, it's interesting, Kiko, that you bring that up because I feel like Hot Toys has started to drift back the other direction. And I'm not sure what happened because for a while the prices were like, damn, that's really low, right? That's really quite good. Like the Tom Holland red and blue suit, right? That one was a perfect example. I know that Optical was like, Tom Holland is $280. Like they kept bringing figures up like that. And then Anakin and Padme were pretty reasonably priced. And you were like, oh, this is actually pretty good. And now Hot Toys has started to slowly creep back the other direction that they were going before. And I'm not sure what changed in that time, but it's slowly starting to market correct, I guess. But Javier, what do you think? I mean, do we need another Nebula here? Because I'm starting to wonder if these team suits might have been a miss for Marvel, because I don't know if people really loved them as much as they thought they would.
Yeah, I feel the team suits are almost in the same boat as the Avengers team suits, where it's cool in the movie, but
these are a little bit cooler than that.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know, man. Like to me, they're almost in the same boat because I don't know if I need. In my collection, I would not prefer a character or a group of characters to have the
exact. You don't want Captain America in white spandex, though.
No, I do. I do not. I do not. But I do like variety between every single character. Like if I have a Nebula, I want her in her Ravager outfit. If I have, a Star-Lord, I want him in his like trench coat look. I guess those to me are cooler looks than a team suit that spans across the entire line. While they do look cool and it's very cohesive, I personally won't be picking this up. I'm not a fan of it. And to me, I still stand by the point that I think this is going to be in the same boat as the team suit Avengers Tony Stark figure, where, people might buy a few and try to customize it or something. But I mean, I'm good. I have my lineup of Guardians down here, and I'm personally a big fan of just how they all look like they belong together, but they're not all carbon copies of the outfits. So I don't know. And I also do think, though, that this does have cooler accessories. I am a big fan of the joints on the ankles, like the what did Kiko say?
Ankle pivot
Ankle pivot.
The
articulation.
ankle. Right. The ankle articulation. Because this one, the Gamora and the Nebula, you are right, Kiko.
Yeah, she's got those
Horrible with
high
posing.
heels on. High
Yeah,
heels, they're
they cannot
terrible.
stand
Yeah,
at
more is
all.
tough. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard. So I mean, this is definitely an improvement on that front. But I think it's the costume that's a miss for me, and I think it's like that across all of the Guardians. The only one that I would consider picking up with this costume would be Star Lord because
Right.
this is his original comic accurate costume. But then it doesn't come with the helmet. So again, to me, that's another miss. I personally don't think that we need another Nebula. I think what we have is great. It is nice that we are getting some new accessories, the ankle articulation, some more switch outs for her arm. But for almost $300, I don't see myself adding this or any of the other Guardians. If they make a Drax, I think I'm okay. He's gonna be in this suit. It's not gonna be the one with the tattoos and the seamless body that everyone's been wanting. It's not gonna be that. So same thing for Mantis. We don't even have that Christmas special Mantis released yet. If they're gonna put another one on pre-order that's gonna look exactly the same, I don't see how that can be an interesting pickup for people. I would rather have a green mantis,
Yep.
a brown trench coat Gamora,
Yeah.
a red trench coat Crimson Star Lord.
Yep.
Yondu looks incredible, but he doesn't have the same costume as everyone else. I want them to stand out. This is just going to make it bland in the collection, and I think I'm going to pass on all of them.
Well, that's my thing, Javi, and I think you make a super excellent point here. Every figure in the Guardians line, I feel like, has some sort of issue that would prevent people from purchasing it, right? So, like
Mhm.
this Nebula, for example, it's the other one. This one has a cooler head, maybe a slightly. I know Linda was pointing out a slightly different head sculpt, different paint app, maybe a cooler arm, but the other outfit is cooler. The Ravager outfit is cooler. You look
Mhm.
at Star Lord, right? He has no helmet. That is the best head sculpt for Star Lord, but he has no helmet, and it's the team suit. And Rocket, it's the old head sculpt. So, and then you look and if they make Mantis or Drax or whatever, well, people with Drax are going to be like, well, I want Drax with the tattoos and whatever. It's not going to have that. So
Right.
I feel like this Guardians line is, and if they price it this high at $300, people are inevitably going to wait for either this to sell out or for it to hit discount because if they want to pick up a Nebula that badly, they could just pick up the Endgame one or
Mhm.
for really cheap, or just pick up this one once it inevitably is discounted. So I
Yeah.
just the Guardians line, the team suits thing. You're right. The team, I like having a team, but also them each having their own sort of look to them, right? And have
Yeah.
them each stand out a little bit. With the team suits, they just kind of all blend together, and it's like I don't know. It just doesn't look. I don't
I mean,
like it.
it can definitely look cool, but it's just not my cup of tea. Like these Avengers, they all have individual looks. They all stand out, but you can tell that they're a team. The same thing with the Guardians down here. I don't know if you can make sense, but
Yeah.
they all look like a team, but they are just they're not carbon copies of the same outfit. That's something that Power Rangers does, and they do it well. But I don't know if I want that for my Guardians, man. I think I'm okay.
Yeah. Makes sense.